7 Action News is launching a day-long event called Lead in the Water. This hour, we're focusing on the water at your child's school. We're learning more and more schools are realizing their water is contaminated. But how it's handled depends on where your child goes to school. 7 Action News reporter Matthew Smith joins us live. And Matt, we're starting to learn more about this. But at the end of the day, all parents want to know is what can they do to keep their kids safe?
Yeah, Keenan, maybe the best advice is just to send kids to school with water from a filter inside your own home so you know there's no lead in it. If you don't know about those filters, last hour Alicia took a closer look. You can check that out online at WXYZ.com after the show. But come with me for a second, because if you're seeing the old school water fountains, drinking fountains like this inside your kid's school, you might want to ask the school why that is, why they have not shifted the hydration stations that so many schools in our area are trying to get into, because right now it's considered the best practice. Inside Angel Elementary, kid after kid, bottle after bottle getting filled up at these specialized hydration stations. That green light, a reminder that the filter's working and stopping lead from getting to these kids.
At the end of the day, this is going to take resources.
Dave Woodward helped spearhead the county's $500,000 purchase of hundreds of these stations. 700 have been put in at schools all across Oakland County. It's a best practice, though many are shying away from publicizing the dangers of lead that's being found in water. After all, Detroit public schools were the first to do it locally. In doing so, they seemingly got a black eye, though after the fact, parents told us they were happy with changes.
I'm just happy that they're providing clean, safe water for our kids to drink, because you don't want to think that anytime you're going to school and you're feeding your kids anything that they're getting poisoned little by little just because they're going to school.
Still, not all schools have these. Woodward telling me not all counties can afford what they or Detroit have pulled off.
It's an expense that we've got to find the resources to make sure that not only keep our kids safe, but all of us safe.
The issue in schools isn't necessarily the same as what you're seeing in the news lately. Water leaving water plants may be clean, but recent testing in Birmingham, Garden City, Oak Park, and White Lake Township have all been flagged in the past month. Generally, that was due to lead pipes connecting individual homes. At schools, it's a different issue, but testing isn't always foolproof.
It happened in my children's school. We had a sample that was below 5 parts per billion, and then the next time they sampled it was 140 parts per billion.
Concerning, because when I asked schools how they were handling it, one told me, quote, "We tested all our buildings a couple years ago after the initial Flint crisis, and everything tested well." Another saying the vast majority of samples indicated that lead was non-detect, adding, "Any trace amount detected was well below the new standard." One issue, older buildings have older faucets. If a school's plumbing was put in before 2015, no lead could actually mean up to 8%. And even newer faucets like this one, Elin Betanzo shows me, has some lead in it.
By definition, lead-free means that it actually contains lead.
Better, but still not perfect, which is why when schools say their testing is fine, Betanzo cringes.
You know, we cannot be putting this type of responsibility on the children. It's not appropriate. And so that's when we are not sure about the quality of water, providing a filter then is, a reliable way to make sure that the kids have access to safe water.